Hi, and welcome. This is Philippa Burgess, and we've had a bit of a dramatic weekend. I was not in the middle of all of it because the storm dissipated through San Diego, where I am right now. But it hit Palm Springs really hard, and those on the USC campus sure felt the earthquake. So, what is being dubbed as a hurriquake happened this weekend as we had Hurricane Hilary winding up the coast from Mexico into Southern California, dumping a lot of rain. And all of us out here on the West Coast are completely unprepared for what to do in a hurricane because the last hurricane to hit the West Coast was in 1939. So essentially, my mom was 1 year old and my dad was not born yet. And neither of them were in the United States because they're British. Uh, and now my mom is retired and lives in San Diego. And I'm a graduate student at USC. And this marks the beginning of my 9th year at USC, otherwise referred to as my 17th semester. And I'm studying human security and geospatial intelligence. So I am particularly interested in disasters and, more importantly, disaster resilience and disaster recovery. So our thoughts are really with the people of Palm Springs and those in the desert that got hit particularly hard this weekend. And it's the first week of classes of the fall semester 2023. So I just wanted to say hello, everyone who is in my USC community and also in my subscriber community. Just want to celebrate my USC journey. I love USC. I'm in a program that has another 3 semesters to go. So starting that first of 3 semesters, and I'm building on top of a GIST certificate, so geospatial intelligence, geographic information, science, and technology. And then continuing on, what I'm studying now is the geospatial intelligence part and geospatial leadership and human security. So understanding both natural and man-made and geopolitical disasters. And we're also seeing a lot more climate impact impacting geopolitics as well. And that the intelligence community is certainly seeing that the climate impact is becoming a national security threat. And so we're seeing with the fires in Hawaii and just at any given time and any given week, we've got some sort of fire, flood, storm, disaster in the United States. So in a given week, in a given month. So we're starting to pay more attention to that. Flights are a lot more disrupted than they were sort of before the pandemic. And I travel and live quite a bit between the East Coast and Colorado and California. So I'm particularly aware of just how difficult flying has become as I kind of move around the country, which is why I'm so grateful to be in an online graduate school program. This live is basically me recommitting to a YouTube journey. And with that journey, I'm going to have a couple niche channels related to things I'm studying. So GeoInt is geographic information related to the intelligence community, and AI and machine learning are also part of that. So that channel is called GeoInt AI. And I have another channel dedicated to maps data design, which is another part of what I'm studying. And I still have and continue my podcast for Muse and Metrics. And this season, I'm dedicating it to Women Tech Maker Ambassadors, which is a Google program giving women a community, a network, and an opportunity to share and network, help each other, encourage other women in tech, help other women in tech, and ultimately be part of the greater Google community. So that has been an incredible opportunity that I'm very grateful for. I'm also in the ICCAE scholarship, which was another opportunity that I'm incredibly grateful for. So this last year, I'm getting all the benefits that we get that I had the capacity to take on at USC, and then being part of this Google Women Tech Makers Ambassador program and being part of the ICCAE scholarship program just has been an incredible learning journey. And I'm a mid-career professional, so all of this is a major reset, major pivot. One of the things I did notice at a recent geospatial conference that I went to is that I feel that I have some background and comfort in media, and yet at the same time, for as much as I feel very comfortable with media, I get overwhelmed by it too, in terms of knowing, how do I produce? How do I gather all my ideas? How do I research them? How do I present them? And so I've decided that I'm just going to start very simply by going live and try to show up with a regular cadence to just reach out and say hi to my audience, my community, my supporters, who I'm so grateful for, to join me on this learning journey and also on the journey to learn how to make better videos. And in some of the courses that I've taken, specifically I took 2 through Masterclass, and then other communities that I lean into and watch their videos and read their posts, they talk a lot about just turn your camera on, just begin, and you'll get better. And definitely one person said, I'd rather see you make 100 videos in 100 days than see you make one what you think is a perfect video. Because every video you make, there's going to be a gap between where you are and where you want to be. But ideally, that you keep evolving it and that gap gets better, and you will always aspire to do more than what your skills and budget will allow for. But you do the best you can, and then you just keep moving forward. And that's been an important part of my coming into the fall. I was really committing to not only having a successful semester and wishing everybody here who is in and around a university program a successful semester, and just a shout out to all of my Trojan friends, all of everybody who experienced or was part of the Southern California hurricane warning. And of course, other people seriously did get quite impacted by it. So I sort of say it in jest for those of us who had the added element of drama, but I also say it with care for anybody who had a real impact from the flooding, from the earthquake, and both of those hitting simultaneously. So that's referring to it as the Hurriquake weekend. And it is the beginning of the fall semester, and we're ready to head off on our various learning transformations. My classes this semester are in project management for geospatial intelligence and in programming and customization for GIS. So we'll get into Python and some of the technical stuff that I've been wanting to learn, and building on the SQL and leadership that I had last semester. And definitely my goal is to get a lot more technical skills. But I'm also recognizing the soft skills that I have and the career that I've had. And so wanting to sort of fold and integrate those things together and just get more comfortable with videos. And that's why I'm here, and why I want to make a point to just start showing up regularly, start getting to know the people in my community, start to build a community, and also to create content across these niche channels that I have that will focus on things that are relevant to those communities. And also an opportunity, there's a lot of things I want to either point to as websites, or go ahead and do a little bit more research and presentation and summarize some interesting reports that I see, and all sorts of other resources. The Philippa Burgess channel is really just more just general me, and a little bit more come learn with me, and just talking about this educational journey that I'm on, and highlighting some of the things that I'm learning. And the actual doing those things with me will kind of show up on some of the other channels, but some of them I'll bring here. So it really depends on how this channel starts to take form, and when I start to better understand the audience that is finding me and how I can best serve them, more of that content will also be here as well. So with that, I will wrap up today's hello, and look forward to seeing you next time. And I appreciate the support that you're giving me as I just begin this journey, and I'm just at those first steps out the gate, where the task is consistency, and then the task is improvement and iteration, and seeing how far I can take my learning journey in the semester and in the year ahead. And that is that's what I'm up to. Again, I thank you, and I'll see you soon.